So hi Rushda.
Hi.
So I'm so happy Rushda because പിൻഗാമികളിൽ നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ ഒരുപാട് സെലിബ്രിറ്റി കിഡ്സ് ഒക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. മിക്കവരുടെയും ഫസ്റ്റ് ഇന്റർവ്യൂ ആയിരിക്കും. പക്ഷെ ഐ തിങ്ക് റുഷ്ദ ദിസ് ഇസ് ഫോർ യു ലൈക്ക് ദി ഫസ്റ്റ് അല്ലെ വെരി ഫസ്റ്റ്.
Very first, yes. And I'm so glad that this very first interview is done by Radio Suno.
So റഹ്മാൻ സാറിന്റെ മകൾ റുഷ്ദ ആക്ച്വലി റുഷ്ദ വി ജസ്റ്റ് വോണ്ട് ടു നോ മോർ അബൌട്ട് യു. റുഷ്ദ പറയൂ, റുഷ്ദ എവിടെയാണ്, എന്താ ചെയ്യുന്നേ?
ഞാനിപ്പോ ചെന്നൈയിലാണ്. എൻ്റെ മലയാളം അത്ര പോരല്ല. But I've been born, brought up ഒക്കെ ചെന്നൈയിലാണ്. I finished my undergrads from Chennai. I went on to did my MBA from Chennai itself, and then experience na vendite I had majored in marketing and finance.
Okay.
So I went on to working in that stream, and I did that for I think almost 1.5 years, and now I'm thinking of concentrating on a few more projects, independent projects. So let's see where that goes. But yes, at the moment, this is what is happening.
Wow, okay. So Rushda, like, tell me, like, ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ റഹ്മാൻ സർ, ലൈക്ക് ഐ തിങ്ക് റുഷ്ദയുടെ ഏജിലും വളരെ യങ് ഏജിലാണ് റഹ്മാൻ സർ സിനിമയിലേക്ക് തന്നെ വരുന്നത്.
Yes.
റൈറ്റ്. സോ ലൈക്ക് റുഷ്ദയ്ക്ക് എപ്പോഴായിരുന്നു റിയലൈസ് ചെയ്തത് പപ്പ ഇത്ര വലിയ സ്റ്റാർ ആണ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എവിടെ പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാലും ഈ ഒരു അറ്റൻഷൻ ഇതൊക്കെ മനസ്സിലായി തുടങ്ങുന്നത്?
I think എനിക്ക് ever since when I was a kid, I think that time was, if I'm not wrong, Sangabam or something was releasing. So I had an idea who my dad was.
Okay.
So I had that good time of enjoying how he was looked up on. Good touch wood that he's still admired even today, and that goes on. So I think it started from a very young age, and I was quite aware of the fact that who he was and our family was.
സോ ഇറ്റ്സ് ലൈക്ക് ഈ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ആ ഒരു അറ്റൻഷനും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അങ്ങനത്തെ കാര്യങ്ങളും ഒക്കെ കണ്ട് ഒരു അപ്ബ്രിങ്ങിങ് ഇസ് കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് അതിൽ ട്രാക്കിലായി.
So എൻ്റെ upbringing was, and my dad made sure that it was not of the filmy side at all. It was a very normal upbringing. So he wanted me to go the normal way. I think he made sure that I traveled even in public transport. So he made sure for a small amount of time, he made sure that I experienced the school van, to go in the school van.
Okay.
For that amount of time. I think he made sure that I have to go through that normal way of life. And I'm so glad I had that. I'm so glad it happened. So that's little things that we carried off, and my upbringing was totally normal.
Okay. Great. So like സ്കൂൾ ടൈമിലൊക്കെ റുഷ്ദയ്ക്ക് ഈ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ബിക്കോസ് യു ആർ റഹ്മാൻസ് ഡോട്ടർ അവിടെയൊക്കെ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ആൾക്കാർ സ്പെഷ്യൽ കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ ഇപ്പൊ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും ടീച്ചേഴ്സിന്റെ ഒക്കെ അറ്റൻഷൻ ഇസ് മോർ ഓൺ യു, അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ഒരു ഫീൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നോ?
Oh, I was a teacher's pet. But not for the fact that I was my dad's daughter, but actually I've never said this out much, but Eniki, that difference was very different. People more schoolmates, okay, they thought of me as Rahman's daughter. Our free flowing judgment in down, she's somebody apo attitude in down, or over snobbish pole and down. It's a very preconceived notion that everybody had it, but I think there is where I made good friends and for life. So I've managed to take that off, but I think that will always go when people judge you for who you are without even knowing you. And I think I surpassed all that in life, although there was I think that got to me a little bit, but I completely surpass it. So.
ഓക്കെ. സോ ലൈക്ക് റുഷ്ദ പപ്പയുടെ പഴയ മൂവീസ് ഒക്കെ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? ലൈക്ക് നോട്ട് ഐ കൂടെവിടെ തൊട്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ദാറ്റ് ഡിസ്കോ സോങ്സ് ഇതൊക്കെ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ?
കൂടെവിടെ I just saw it lockdown time. That was my first time ഞാൻ കണ്ടു.
ആണോ? ഓക്കെ.
So yes, I hadn't watched that. It was very few of Dad's movies I watched, but Kudevide was one movie that I couldn't say I haven't watched it, so I had to make use of this time and watch it. I said, no, I have enough time, I have to watch it. But yes, Dad, we all sat together and saw that movie. It was a very nice, cute moment in that. No, it was all making fun. We usually make fun of him, his hairstyle, his dance. Okay, we bully him a lot. Okay, and I know, but again, towards the last, I got emotional as I can for any dad's movies, but that's there. So yeah, I didn't wait to watch the last scene. I actually,
Okay.
because when he said he's, no more, so I couldn't. I ran to the room. I can't watch him.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, yeah.
ഓക്കെ സോ ലൈക്ക് നമ്മൾ റഹ്മാൻ സാർ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് നമുക്ക് അത് സാറിന്റെ കുറെ ആക്ടിങ് ചെയ്ത അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കുറെ ഫിലിംസും
Mm.
ക്യാരക്ടേഴ്സിനോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ ദിസ് ഡാൻസ് സോ റഹ്മാൻ സാർ ഒത്തിരി പ്രാവശ്യം പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് ഈസ് നോട്ട് എ ട്രെയിൻ ഡാൻസർ ബട്ട് ഹി ജസ്റ്റ് ഡിഡ് മൂവീസിലെല്ലാം തന്നെ റുഷ്ദ എങ്ങനെയാ ഡാൻസ് ചെയ്യോ ഹൗ ഗുഡ് യു ആർ ഇൻ ഡാൻസിങ്
There's a joke I remembered, and I was telling my dad about this. So when I was in school, towards my primary school, so since dad was a dancer, not many people knew he was not a trained dancer. So it was everybody was under the assumption that he was a trained dancer. So naturally, if the dad's a dancer, then the daughter will also be a dancer was the notion here. So all my teachers thought I would also dance.
ഓക്കെ
So when I would go for auditions, so there was this one time when I was way back in third grade.
ഓക്കെ
It was the solo. I love taking part in culturals,
ഓക്കെ
dance, drama, singing. So I was very active like that. So during this culturals, what happened was I had to go for auditions, and it was my third grade, and it was dance. So it was solo performance. So I went and performed. They clapped, really good. So I was selected. Why?
ഓക്കെ
Because Rushda will have like a choreographer in Daum. She'll have people, to train her. Okay, I was also singing. I'm like, yeah. They're all there to train me. But and then so every day I would go and the teacher would check my practice or rehearsals. Every day would be a new step, so they would be like, wow, new steps, improvised and all of that. But the truth was I didn't have anybody at that moment. What I felt was what was coming
സ്പോർട്ട്
out.
കൊറിയോ
Yes. So but it was fun doing all that little bit. But yeah,
So which was the song, your first performance? Or do you remember that? First song ഏതായിരുന്നു?
I think that was for that ketchup song, that Asare He Ha.
Hi.
I think that was uh, all of that. My dad still makes fun of me. He of my legs shivering in between the states. I was not shivering. That was a step, but
റുഷ്ദയ്ക്ക് എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ that you need to take a training for any of like dance or music അങ്ങനെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നോ?
dance I wanted to. But more than dance, I was very interested in singing.
Okay.
Although I've been trained in piano for a couple of years. Uh, I've done a few grades with Trinity School of London, but apart from that, singing, yes, I've got back on singing again. So I'm training for Hindustani right now.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So like music എന്ന് പറയുമ്പം definitely നമ്മൾ റഹ്മാൻ സാറിനെയും കൂടെ ഓർക്കും നമ്മൾ AR റഹ്മാൻ സാർ.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So റുഷ്ദയുടെ ചൈൽഡ്ഹുഡ് is actually അങ്ങനെ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ ഭയങ്കര രസമാണ്. Like papa is there, your uncle is there, one is musicും ഇതും എല്ലാം കൂടെ ആയിട്ട്. So how it helping actually you? Like ഇവരൊക്കെ കണ്ട് റുഷ്ദയുടെ ഒരു upbringing വരുന്ന സമയത്ത്.
I think for me, I'm very fortunate because when I'm in that environment, Eniki, I get to learn more. So even if it is taking a picture random or a picture at Talum, my dad will guide me as to, rule of third inganana, put your frame right. So I get that from dad. And then with my uncle, and our inspirational talks, okay, his kids, me, cousins, okay, I like hearing him out where he, motivates us, give us inspirational pep talks. So I think it's very inspirational, yet you get like a lot of exposure. And I feel I'm very fortunate to have that, that knowledge inbuilt, over the years. That's where, even a kid growing up picks up soon is because of, he sees he's in that kind of an environment. So I'm very blessed to be in this environment, in this set.
ആക്ച്വലി ഇപ്പം ഋഷിത മ്യൂസിക്കിലേക്ക് കൂടുതൽ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ എങ്ങനെയാണ് റഹ്മാൻ സാർ ലൈക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും പറയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഗൈഡ് ഓർ യുനോ എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ അഡ്വൈസ് ഒക്കെ തരാറുണ്ടോ?
As such, അങ്ങനെ specific ആയിട്ടില്ല, but he's always said that you should follow your dreams, and that's all, nothing much. He's always said, when you want to do something, it should always be out of the box. It should always be very new. So I think it's just the same thing as family says, you don't want to be something very what everybody is doing. Think out of the box. So I'm gonna, when we have this discussions, but yes, I haven't sat with him on this as such, like I haven't told him that this is what I want to do, but I'm just doing it. So if in case, I have to make it, I'll definitely think what he thinks about it. But right now it's just baby steps.
So if I'm not wrong, I think ഒരു ക്രിസ്മസിന് തന്നെ ആയിരുന്നില്ല ഋഷിത ഒരു മിക്സ് ഇറക്കിയിരുന്നത്, right?
ഞാനില്ല, എൻ്റെ sister അനിയത്തി
Yeah, your
Alisha
sister. But
and
definitely
Rahima. Yes,
Rahima.
I was behind the scenes. I was assisting him direct that.
Okay, so you are like interested in directing also.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
So like Rushda, എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും പപ്പയുടെ കൂടെ ഐ മീൻ ഡാഡിന്റെ കൂടെ സെറ്റിലൊക്കെ പോയി നോക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, ലൈക് മൂവി സെറ്റ്സിൽ പോയിട്ട് how it actually. Okay.
I have, and can I be honest? It's really boring. No, but when you're a spectator, it is. But I'm sure it's fun, and you get lovely meals on the set.
Oh yeah. But like, ഈ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ അത് കാണുന്ന സമയത്ത് എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും ഋഷിതയ്ക്ക് തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ ലൈക്ക് വൺ ഡേ വൈ നോട്ട് ഒന്ന് ആക്ടിങ് ട്രൈ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കാം എന്ന് എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും
I
മനസ്സിലാവും?
wouldn't deny the fact. I'd like to, but I haven't tried out yet. But all these years, I've never put my 100% focus on that because school, college, MBA, work, it just went off in that. So I've never had that, time to think. But I mean, I am a person who values opportunities. So if it's good, then I might. I don't know.
സോ ഋഷിതയുടെ മൈൻഡിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു മെമ്മറി ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടോ, ലൈക്ക് പുറത്തെവിടെയെങ്കിലും പോയ സമയത്ത് ക്രൗഡ് ഇസ് ജസ്റ്റ് പാക്കിങ് പപ്പയുടെ ഡാഡി നിങ്ങളുടേതായ ഒരു ടൈമില്?
Indavarinde, and there was a time when I didn't like that attention on me. I was very conscious. I didn't like that attention, so I would move away from him or escape that. But then I have come to terms with it, and then that's how it is, right? When you go, because I still remember school when he would walk something and all eyeballs at me, and I was like, don't look at me, duck my face, cover and go. But I think that's where you got to accept and live with it. So
always like പപ്പേനെ കൂടുതൽ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഇത് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്, you or your sister or your mom?
That's first born, Anna, so it has to be me. I hope my sister's not hearing this. But everybody, I mean, mom is his breath, Alisha and me are his eyes, Angane, so but I think he favors me the most.
Alisha കേക്കണ്ട.
And
So dad എപ്പോഴും ഋഷിതയോട് പറയുന്ന ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ എന്താണ്, like some advice or something which when you completed your degree or maybe your job in the time?
I think he's given me very, very valuable advices that I will always carry on with me in life. And he's a wonderful, if you need pep talks or anything like that, he's wonderful at it. So something that he's told me is always to be alert. Certain times I just go off dreaming. So he makes sure, I mean, he tells me that you should always be alert, and listening is something that I think I picked up from him. He's always told me, listen, be patient, calm yourself down. So he gives me his tips on how I should be, and he preps me down, sits, talks. And I think he's also a great friend, and I don't think there is a barrier illa that refrains me from going to him. And I think that's very important atmosphere to have at home when your parents are accessible for you. So that makes it all the more easier for any child.
So like apart from this your work and your music, what else you like to do actually, Rushda? Where എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ഋഷിതയുടെ ഒരു ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ്?
എനിക്ക് I'm not an outside person much. I love to be at home. But yes, to have like a good meal or food is something. Fitness is of lately for quite some time. I've been on it. Very workouts ayalum, allengil food, healthy food ayalum. I'm more watchful. I'm more careful now as I was before. So that's something that I'm very interested in. I can talk to you about food all long, hours together.
Okay.
So that's there, and yes, again, that's all that we usually discuss at home. If dad's wanting to like cheat and have a sweet, my eyes will be rolling at him. N times he'll tell me to take care of his diet, and when I do, he'll tell me to shut up because he wants to cheat all the time. So
So Rushda, is there any time like Rushda ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു പോയിന്റ് ഓഫ് ടൈമിൽ പപ്പ ഭയങ്കര ബിസി ആയിരുന്നിട്ട് പപ്പയെ കുറെ നാള് കാണാതിരിക്കുക അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നോ? ലൈക്ക് യു മിസ്ഡ് ഹിം എ
Oh,
ലോട്ട്.
അങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. I think of lately I stopped crying, but before, usually when he travels, I used to cry a lot.
Okay.
And he definitely used to feel homesick a lot. So sometimes he would just like come off during the weekend and then go back.
Oh.
So yesterday also last evening he came from Hyderabad, and this morning he's already left.
Okay.
So there have times where he's been gone for month-long schedules. That was a very packed time, but now he's a little reduced on all of that, where he comes and spends much more time at home. And thanks to the lockdown, we got a lot of him.
How was that actually? Because that will be the longest period, no? എല്ലാരും ഒരുമിച്ചും കൂടി.
Yeah, that we were running away from each other for some time. Each one in their own rooms over a period of time. But I'm like, I told everybody now, nobody has complaints of, you didn't spend time with me, I didn't spend time with you. For the next 5 years, I don't think we'll ever hear that at home. I actually learned to take the positive of everything, although it was a very, tough time. Let's search for something positive in it, saying, okay, fine, we got to spend time with parents at home. You never know when we'll all be together again like this. So I managed to do few courses online.
Okay. So Rushdake personally favorite എങ്ങനെയാ ഡാഡിനെ കാണാൻ on screen?
I think I like Dad as an actor. Whatever he does, I think he's one of the actors, very few actors who, updates himself, his acting methods from time to time. And I think that's very, very important. I've not disliked any of his performance. I've enjoyed his most, but from the very few films I've seen on him. Because before, there used to be a time whenever I wanted to watch a movie of his, he never used to like watching his own movies.
Okay.
So, but now he's managed to, and I make him sit down and watch it with us. But I couldn't watch a few movies like Marupadi because I felt it was too. A trailer Kanambo was like too much of crying, so I can't see all that of his. And I would still cry if they shoot him on the screen.
Still now?
I will weep. Oh yes. I will weep because my dad is dying on screen. Even if the heroine has left him like in an old movie and she's gone and whatever, I will still cry like, please go back to Dad right now. So yeah.
So like, which is your favorite movie or an actor? I mean, character Rahman sir ചെയ്തതില്?
I think Durvangal Padinaru was really, really good. I think I gave the first verdict saying it's going to be a super hit.
Okay.
Dad did a really good job. A really, really good job. I wish it had gone for national awards, but I don't know. He just won my heart with that performance. I really loved that. That's one such performance I always immediately that you asked, that came to my mind. But not to say that he's not performed otherwise. He's really good.
Is this particular rules വീട്ടിലുണ്ടോ? Like you should not use your mobiles more than the അല്ലെങ്കിൽ?
Oh yeah. 7. How did you know that? Please tell me they were in other houses so that I feel better.
I'm sure, yeah.
I don't think so. Nobody has such kind of rule. So I got my phone at a very, very, very young age.
Okay.
Saying it was for my security. I mean, like since, it's good to have like a phone just for like very important calls. Sangana was told and given it to me. I didn't use it much because at Appo, there was nobody to talk to. So as time went by, then he said that, 7 o'clock should be your time. After that, you're supposed to switch it off.
Okay.
I managed to do it for a couple of days after that. I didn't do. But a rule till now is I'm not allowed to drive after. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm not allowed to drive after 8 p.m.
Okay.
Yes.
So even though if you're late or അങ്ങനെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ആയി കഴിയുമ്പോൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് പപ്പയുടെ റിയാക്ഷൻ ലൈക്ക് ഓൺ ടൈം എത്തിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ?
No, he is very paranoid. He will not sleep.
Really?
Yeah, he is very paranoid. He won't sleep. What is the time? When are you coming? He gets a little paranoid. I can't even lie that, oh no, my parents are very chill, very cool. No.
So how is like Alisha? Alisha എങ്ങനെയാണ്? Like any siblings like fight and arguments and
Can I just say she fights with me like crazy?
But
I'm the better
like
one.
the other way.
No way. It's never the other way. She fights and no, we both have our arguments. My parents get really freaked out with our arguments. They think we hate each other to death, but that's not it. I think we also have like a beautiful bond.
I know.
Although we fight, she tells me everything what's happening in her life. In my mind, I'll be like, Alisha, shut up. Don't talk about boys to me. We have a gap of 7.5 years. So I'm more
Okay.
like this parent vibe with her, but you can ask her. I'm a really cool sister.
Oh, really? I need to
Yeah.
check that. So, like, how is mom? She need to handle a lot of things, right? Like, she need to handle your
Oh,
dad, that
she
that.
is an all-rounder. I mean, it's mom in this house. Nothing will move here if mom's not there, or if mom's word is illa. So mom has to uh, everything. I think mom is more of be it our studies also she was looking at,
Mm-hmm.
be it dad's work or be it the housework. She's always been there and she's hands on at it.
So, like, Rushda, you're a dream and I don't know. Like, I want to do certain things in my life. We say like that may be like very secretive, but enalu.
That is there, Pasha. I don't think this is the right time to say it. I think I really want everybody to know when it comes out.
Okay.
No, there's nothing that I can discuss right
Right
now.
now, Rahman sir was namuk like evergreen hero for us. But for you, who is your favorite actor?
At the moment, it's Vicky Kaushal.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a fantastic actor. But I have a few actors. I like Amitabh Bachchan. I like
Hmm.
Hrithik, Ranveer. I think there are a lot of good actors. It's not. Yes, and Vicky Kaushal, I think, is the first name that just popped on my head. I really like Vicky Kaushal.
As an actor, or you have a crush on him?
Crush, yeah, I really admire actors, their acting. So when I see a movie, it's a very, very critical perspective, like their acting, their
Mm.
dialogues, the scene.
So, like, suppose Rushda, you become an actress, or you got an offer in a movie. Chuma, let's suppose. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ who would you like to pair with?
Can my
ആരുടെ
dad
hero?
not hear this?
I hope so.
it'll be,
So,
it'll, I think, Vicky Kaushal
okay, Vicky Kaushal
or
കുറച്ചേരം മാറ്റി
Ranbir.
നിർത്താം.
Okay, then,
Okay,
okay, you
let's
give
go
me
like
options.
this. Let's go like this. Malayalam, Tamil, and Hindi.
Uh,
Hindi, okay, let's give to Vicky Kaushal. So, yeah.
yes, so who's in Tamil?
Who's in Tamil? Who you would like to pair with? Who would you like to share screen?
I think he'll be Surya.
Okay.
Then, okay, one's done from Tamil. So from Malayalam, okay, Dulkar,
Finally.
Nivin.
No, not again. Just stick with one. Yay, Sushi's here. Ouch. Oh.
He's too restless.
So let's stick onto one name.
I
Dulkar
think
and Nivin.
Srinath, Srinath
Srinath Basi.
Parshi. Yeah,
So
he's
let's
also
stick on
very good. Yeah, we'll do that. I watched Capella.
Capella. You okay?
Yes, so it was a very, very nice movie.
Srinath Basi from Malayalam, Surya from
Mm.
Tamil, and Vicky Kaushal from Hindi.
Okay, done. Can I just
Done.
sign it right away?
So, Rishna, what is two positive and negative things being a celebrity kid? There are 2 points the positive and a negative.
So the positive will be I'm blessed, I'm fortunate
Mm-hmm.
that and I'm very, I think it's more of anything, I'm very proud of the fact that my dad has lived a long time and he's still continuing to make that happen in the films. I think very few actors really make that happen, but the negative thing is I feel before during my school I did
Mm.
face a lot of unnecessary judgments. I've
Mm-hmm.
never really spoken out about it much, so not many people know, but yes, you very easily get judged for
Because you're a celebrity
since
kid.
you're a celeb. So what, I mean, if my dad was a doctor, then I'll still be blessed. Okay, he's a doctor. See,
Hmm.
I think not very many people realize that then. It's changed now, and I'm glad for the change. But that was something that I did. That was something that I was very. I don't think my dad knows much, but I had kept my surname away from that. Anybody asked me, just be Rushda. Now I own it with full pride that it's Rushda Rahman. So I think that was there, and that limelight, that attention of where you walked, people would look at you. But so what? I'm a head turner now.
So
But
like
yes, so it had its own merits and demerits. But
demerits.
right now, I'm in a very comfortable position. And yeah, so that
So there was a
I think
stage
once you
for you
start
actually
doing,
kept Appa's name a little away for
yes,
your.
that happened during my yes, during my high school to college years. I still remember dad wanted to drop me to Stella,
Hmm.
and my college where I did my undergrad. And I said, no, you know what? You stay in the car. I'll go in. So although none of the kids' parents had come, my dad was a little extra. But yeah, so things of that sort that I felt like, even in my orientation of class, I wouldn't say who my dad is at the beginning. Although you know who you are, where you come from are
Hmm.
the very initial questions, and I took an effort to conceal that, but not anymore,
You
because I'm
overcome.
very proud of, yes, my family, my surname. The mom and dad have given me a beautiful life so far, and so are my friends. I've got really, really good people who keep me very much grounded.
True. So, like, while you're handling your social media page, do you face certain messages? I mean, like now it's a public
Oh,
page.
yes. I did face it, but more than a lot of harsh messages, I did get a lot of sweet messages till now. There were one or two, a few countable people who had their own comments to put you down.
Hmm.
But that is in compared to the positive responses that I've got. The positive responses make my day. So I really like getting to my DM and seeing all those nice messages that I get. But yes, I will not deny the fact that there have been messages which probably get me sad, but not anymore, because then I realized, if I have decided to keep my profile public, then I'm letting
Let
people
me.
have their own opinion, yes, for public consumption. So
Yeah.
it's okay, it's a part and parcel.
So, like, Risha, do you have
Yeah.
any like admiring some celebrity? Like, do you want to see somebody like telling your dad like I want to meet this person. At least I need to get a photograph with this person. That celebrity moment. അങ്ങനെ വിക്കി കൗശലല്ല അല്ലാണ്ട് ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ?
I for sure know dad likes Deepika, so I think probably both of us click with Deepika Padukone.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. It was when Kahona Pyar Hai came, and when Ritik was doing that song on TV. I think I was way younger, and I told my dad I want to marry him.
Hrithik Roshan.
Directly marriage. But then I think Rockstar time, and before that, it was Ranbir
But
Kapoor.
okay,
Yes, he's still a fab actor, and I still love him.
but
Ranbir Kapoor, I really wanted to meet. And my cousin did connect us on a call. I ended up
okay.
sleeping because I had an exam the next day, so I missed that.
Oh, so sad. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but he wrote like a cute note for me. And can
wow.
I say I lost it?
Really?
Yeah, I have a picture of it. But yeah,
Okay, so
that was,
initially was Hrithik Roshan, but now it's changed to Ranbir Kapoor. Yeah.
yeah, it was. Yeah.
Even Rushda, you're like very sweet. I remember like we connected once like for Khadija actually. But
Correct.
yeah, and I know that how much you're supporting Khadija, her works, no? How much you are. That's
Yes.
really,
Yes.
really sweet actually. Really nice.
We're very close. We're only a month apart.
Okay.
So the same age, and we've studied. We went to from play school till now. We did everything together. Same play school,
Wow.
little bit different school, but after that we got back high school, undergrad,
Mm-hmm.
college. Okay, was same
Mm-hmm.
here, so that we got our driving license also together.
Okay.
Yeah, so which has always been very encouraging, very supportive, and it's a nice space, no, to support one another and to be more supportive, more comforted. it's a two-way thing. So I'm blessed to have good sisters, yes. And so even if it is something got to do with songs of lately,
Mm-hmm.
so she sends me her track, or if I have to sing something, then I ask her what I should be doing. So it's a
Hmm.
two-way thing.
So I remember even Khadija also saying that how much she need to face in the social medias, like because she's a Rahman's daughter and she's into singing, know how much all that she's facing. So from you also
True,
now I
true.
understood like how know how bold you both are actually, no?
It is, and I think it happened because of the environment we're in. I think everybody needs to be valued or known for their own talent than be,
Hmm.
labeled as somebody's daughter, or
Hmm.
excuse me, you have to come out and you have to face it. And I think it's okay. I've been well prepared. I wouldn't say it doesn't hurt me. Sometimes it does,
Hmm.
sometimes it doesn't. So as when you're strong here, then it's okay. And as long as you're busy and you don't have time to react and all that, it's okay. So I love
Yeah,
keeping myself busy.
great. So like film fraternity ആരെങ്കിലുമായിട്ട് വളരെ close connected ആണോ ഋഷിത? Do you have any good friends?
എനിക്ക് ആരും അറിയാം. I know Kannan and Chucky, Kannan and
Kalidas and
Malvika,
Malavika.
Jaram uncle's kids. Yes, Kalidas and apart from them, എനിക്ക് ഇല്ല. I haven't.
No.
Honestly, no. There's nobody.
Do
Yeah.
people say it's like you look more like your papa, dad?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A few people say dad, few people say mom. Dad thinks I look like him with his sharp nose. But to be honest, I really don't like people telling me I look like my dad. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because my family makes fun of me, saying I just need a mush to look like my dad. So now it's inside my head that I look like a man.
No, no, not because that, but people,
So,
I also felt like you so much look like your dad, but not because that.
yeah, but
So tell me like few of
but
things you actually have, the characters from your dad and mom.
I still, it's a long way to be like my mom and dad. I idolize them. I think when you ask me fan who I would be, I think both my parents, although I would not accept it in front of them, but yes, that's two human beings I'd love to be like. Again, my dad and mom, both when it comes to hospitality, taking care of things, people, gratitude, valuing, things, I think I've got it from there.
True. So what plans for Christmas?
I don't know, it's just exchanging gifts, hopefully go out for like a good meal or something.
Trees up?
That's all. Yes, trees up, trees here. It's not lit up,
Oh,
but yeah.
wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that's something Alicia and I did. Happens every year. I think here it's mostly celebrate all festivals, be it
I
Diwali,
can say that
Christmas, New
Onam
Year.
or Christmas, yeah. Rushda ആദ്യമായിട്ട് ഏൺ ചെയ്ത സാലറിന്ന് പപ്പയ്ക്കും മമ്മിക്കും അലീഷയ്ക്കും ഒക്കെ വാങ്ങി കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ? The first salary, the very
Oh
first.
yeah, the first salary, correct. The first salary, I didn't um, get really much, but with whatever I had, it was Eid, luckily.
Mm-hmm.
So I got more than my parents having tears in their eyes. I was weeping and crying because I managed to get something. But I think yes, it was some small gifts for mom, dad, my friends, my cousins. It was all thing that for Alicia. Yeah, yes, Alicia. So I did manage to get a
So how
few
was your
things.
dad's reaction then? Seeing, no, my daughter's all grown up, working, earning, you know?
He'd never say anything to me directly.
Oh, okay.
So it'll just be thank you, so sweet, all that kind words he'll say, but he'll never boost me up
Express.
thinking it will boost me up in my head. So that's always there. Even in compliments it's limited. So it's okay. I think it's a very good thing, no, to
Yeah.
be, it helps me be grounded as well. So that's about it.
But it's there in his heart. We
Oh
know.
yeah, it is. So I'll know because everything I do, it's forwarded to everybody, all his WhatsApp contacts, and then they come and message me saying, "Hey, you did well," or that was so sweet. I'm like, "Oh my god, dad has sent it to everybody."
Everybody.
Yes,
It was lovely talking to you, Rushda. I mean,
it was.
I'm so happy. Like you agreed. No, I never thought like ഞാൻ ആദ്യം പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ I thought Rushda will say like, oh Bobby, where oh Bobby, do you really need it? I thought you'll say all the excuses, but You immediately said yes and was so
If you
happy.
had asked me this few sometime back, I would be like, no, like Nyanenda, why should I? Like who even I am? But I think it's okay. It's like a good opportunity. And since it is you, so and it was my first time with you. So it was such a sweet thing because I've always heard that, how you have a good rapport, your team has a good rapport with dad. And you've been so kind and helpful during, when I approached you for Khatija's time. So I had to do this.
Oh, no, no, don't take it like that because it is always,
No, no, I mean, it was a very sweet thing, like you did.
because like I said, I know like how your dad treating everyone because he's kind of a part of our family also. So
Yes,
it
and it's so
is
nice
it's so
to see
great.
all that
Yeah.
that you do for him. Yeah,
So Rushda, all the very best. Whatever the dream, that secret dream it is, I know you're gonna rock that. You're gonna, kill it. But all the very
thank you.
best for
I
that.
hope Vicky Kaushal listens to this and thanks me.
I hope Vicky Kaushal, Srinath Basi, and Hrithik Roshan and Ranbir Kapoor.
Excluding my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just listen to this and put a sweet note to you in your Instagram page saying that they listen to
Yes,
it.
they so. Yes. I hope 2021 is a good year for everybody. Brings everybody a little more hope,
Hmm.
little more life, all the goodness.
Definitely. And advance Merry Christmas to you.
Same to you. Please wish your team.
Definitely to you. Alicia, I hope she's listening. She's next to you, I think. And
Yes, she
and your mom and dad, please convey a message.
definitely. I will.
So
All right,
thank you so
Bobby.
much.
Nice speaking to you. Thank you so much for having me. Merry Christmas to you and the team.
Same here. Ta-da.
Bye. Thank you.